Yo, what it do, man? The numbers are in, man, officially as of I think it was December 2nd. They still tallying up the numbers, as a matter of fact. Jones and Tyson, man, just shattered expectations with their pay-per-view numbers. I mean, they're at 1.2 million buys. God damn. I mean, through all the flexing and finessing they did, man, you gotta give them props. This is a big statement. This is what I'm talking about. This proves my point, man, with the divas of boxing of today. You still got the old school cats who will put you to shame when they're doing pay-per-view numbers. We talking about a 54 and a 51-year-old man pulling in numbers way above today's fighters. You want to know why they got that? Not just because we got to watch two old men do a exhibition. It's because it was fucking Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. They earned that, man. I mean, even though the pay-per-view was some bullshit to me, but dog, listen. Tyson, Jones, done what they had to do in their careers to earn the respect of boxing fans and casual boxing fans. They household names. So of course people gonna show up and show out. Legacy equals legendary. Right. My whole thing is this. We got guys today, man, who barely breaking 300,000, 400,000 pay-per-view buys. But they walk around this motherfucker acting like they just the best thing since sliced bread. But at the end of the day, you get a guy like Mayweather, Tyson, Jones. They come right in there shattering pay-per-view records. This is why they get the money they get or gotten in their careers, because they know they can do it. I know the boxing world, far as from a business sense, has got to be thankful, especially with an event that had no fans, without, no ticket sales or nothing. This can be appreciated because, I mean, a lot of people at home wanted to see the pay-per-view. And to be honest, Tyson may be onto something. Like when it comes to that Legends Only League, I mean, a lot of people will support that, because if he comes up with some good concepts and able to pull a few strings, like they talked about possibly doing like a Lennox Lewis Riddick Bowe. And then he said the concept is for Legends only. It's not necessarily boxing Pacific. He talked about like Meta World Peace playing 1-on-1 against Dennis Rodman or some shit like that. I mean, I wouldn't want to see them play 1-on-1, but I mean, a lot of people would be intrigued by the thought of it, I tell you what, though, I know a lot of people, if say like, I mean, I ain't saying that's in the works or nothing, but like, man, say if Mike got Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler to get back in there for a rematch. Man, you know how many people will buy that shit, man? People still today would want to see Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler get it in at their age right now. But yet, these folks just don't get it. After seeing these numbers, they say it could go up to $1.5 million buys. It's at 1.2 million right now. I don't want to hear not one young boxer talk about the older guys need to get out the way and let us have it because one of us young lions can knock you out, or whatever the case may be. Let me tell you something. They ain't got to even fight y'all, bro. They can still come back and take over the sport. Because why? They willing to fight each other. I mean, for real, fight each other. I ain't talking about like how Roy and Mike did it, being nice and shit, not trying to hurt each other. I'm saying like Shannon Briggs, he want to come back and go to war with somebody. He want Mike. Y'all need to cut my boy Shannon the Cannon in. Let's go, champ. If they cut him in, I think he can outsell a lot of these boxers right now, including the heavyweights. I think if Shannon and Cannon Briggs came back and fought the way he promote himself, his pay-per-view buys would be higher than a lot of these motherfuckers we see in fight right now. And I respect the fighters that's here right now, but you know what the problem is? The promoters and the fighters playing into this game, people all in the ear talking about what makes sense and percentages and all this other goofy shit, as if they gonna be eating like that. You know what I mean? This is why these dudes have always pulled in astrological numbers, and they got a lot of money in their bank account still because they did what they had to do to earn that. Until y'all get y'all shit together and get it, man. I'm saying that to say this. Y'all need to get y'all shit together, man. Y'all just don't get it right now. You can be doing the same thing. And even though I won't be buying the shit, I bought the Jones, but I won't be buying. You know what? Holyfield Tyson 3 could be the shit. He talking about either he gonna do Holyfield Tyson 3, he gonna fight Antonio Tarver next, or rematch with Roy. And maybe Shannon Briggs, he said. And that's supposed to be your homeboy though, Mike. Come on, man. Like, you supposed to be. I mean, at least you could have put Shannon on the undercard or something. You sitting up here, you could have cut that man in, but hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna leave that alone. That's another video. But at the end of the day, man, this is the whole point of me talking about numbers right now and what they did. We talking about two guys, and no disrespect, that's not in their prime, and they has-beens now. They washed up. You know what I mean? They're a shell of what they used to be. This we know. But yet they sold this many pay-per-views. And they did it practically by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Word of mouth. I don't see fans getting this excited about Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't no shade or nothing. But I'm telling you, that pay-per-view that you gonna pay $80 for ain't even finna do the buys that Tyson Jones got. And they sold it at a more respectable price at $50. But, I mean, let's keep it 100. There's a lot of boxing fans who don't know who the fuck Danny Garcia is. Still. And he been champion. There's a lot of people who don't know Errol yet. Because they not there yet, man. But they walk around here like they there. And they not. So if these guys can do this shit, you can too. But you know what to do it. Peace and blessings.